From the historic building in Price Hill, Ohio, we are live with your host, Steve Durham. Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Crow's
Comedy Edition.
Crow's Nest. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing great.
All right, let's raise the roof on this joint. Let me hear ya! That's a toss-up between you and the crickets. But I'll take it. I'll take that. Yeah, it's a really nice location. I've been going here for quite often. I haven't been here in a long time, but the food is great. The service, bartenders, they're all very friendly here. They got a proud tradition, except for the deadbeats next door. You know, other than that, it's a nice place.
That's good.
So, first I want to say that you guys are a lovely crowd. I've talked to most of you before me getting up on stage. This is my second stand-up act, and I must say that you guys are beautiful. You're glowing with excitement. I can see the smiles on your face, and oh my God, this shit really works. Wow. Whew. Better save that for a blind date. Whew. And I went on a blind date one time, but she had to bring that damn dog with her. Every time I tried to touch her, it's like, holy shit. Oh. So I'm going to raise awareness tonight. I'm going to talk about something that has infiltrated our youth and something that has worked their way up to the adults. I'm talking about electronic guided stupidity. And I am guilty. So, let me set the mood for you, the scene. I'm sitting on my couch, and I have a remote control for the TV right there, and I want to watch TV. So what do? I say, Alexa, turn the TV on for me. And the remote's just sitting there like, well, fuck you too. I guess I'm obsolete, boss. I'll just hold papers down and collect dust. How long am I going to have to put up with this competition shit? I said, all the way till the batteries die. And there is no renewal. Which raises a bigger question. I'm talking to a remote control. That's alcohol-induced, people. But yet I can still do stand-up. And then, on the same note, I'm in the car with my friend. And he's driving home, but yet he still has to put in his coordinates for home. And I'm thinking, well, wow. Not only is this a navigation system, but it's also an anti-dementia device now. And we've all been there. I've been there myself. But I'm thinking, how far does it really go? How far does it go? Is this sorry sap sitting on the couch thinking, oh man, I am hungry, I can go for a bite to eat right now. So what does he do? He pulls out his phone and he's like, all right, food places near me. Food places, oh, okay, we got Mr. Microwave 5 paces this way. We've got, hold on, we got, and 10 paces this way, we've got the cupboard. And then at 12 paces this way, I've got the refrigerator. But what beats them all is that I want frozen food. I want to go the Galloping Gourmet frozen style. So the deep freeze is only a stairwell away into the basement. And I'm thinking, great, only a stairwell away. But then I'm like, oh shit, there's a 6-bin laundry pile blocking my deep freeze. Oh my God. Detour. And I call my friend, I'm like, what am I gonna do? And he says, move the fucking laundry bins and you will get where you gotta go. If only it were that easy. So I had a crazy childhood growing up and kind of mixed up. When I was 13, I took up an art form. Any of you guys artists out in the group here? Okay, so we got one there, another one there. Okay, so I didn't paint like per se. I took up the art of this art called pointillism. Now, pointillism is basically a mid-19th century art form where you, instead of making brush strokes across the canvas, you're making a dotted, you're taking paint and dotting it with your paintbrush. Dot, 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 dot. It's a pixelated image, and there are galleries all across the world where they have pointillistic artwork. And I made a couple of paintings myself. It was great until one night I was making a painting. My mom walks in and my desk is, I'm back to her, and she walks in and all she sees is this. Remember, people, I'm 13. Kevin! Oh, hey, Mom. I was painting. She's like, whatever, Picasso, just don't get it on my sheets. Well, Picasso never had to lock his door. I'll tell you what, guys. Over 30 years later, and I'm still painting. So, I'm going to tell you about some of the crazy chicks that I dated. I'm going to tell you about this big girl. I'm going to tell you about this ugly girl, this stupid girl, and I'm going to tell you about ugly, stupid. I think we'll just take ugly, stupid, and big for right now. But this big girl that I dated, I took her to Golden Corral, all-you-can-eat buffet. Now, I took it as a friendly gesture. She took it as a challenge. And she showed up with a Batman utility belt hooked up with a knife and a fork and the spoon and the napkins, and she was ready. And folks, let me tell you, there are times in life where you're supposed to just think before you speak. And this wasn't one of those times. We had a heated argument because she called me a lightweight. And I didn't get this lightweight, this figure here by being a lightweight. I earned this. And she was like, you're a lightweight. She's like, why are you eating a salad? I said, I'm not trying to win a championship belt here, girl. I am trying to be polite. It's a first date. So it got heated. She called me lightweight. And here's the part where I didn't think. I told her out of the silence, when everybody was listening to our heated argument, I cracked. And I said, bitch, I will eat you under the table any day. Oh, no! Parents are holding their children's ears. I don't know, it's in the police report. It's okay, we have a protection order. It's the first time I've ever been kicked out of a Golden Corral for non-use of gluttony. Yeah, last time I went there, they put my picture up. So, hey, can I get my picture taken with you? And this one girl, she was really stupid. She was beautiful, but she was stupid. And she came in one night and she was crying and she said, oh my God, I think I'm pregnant. And I said, are you sure? I said, please, God Almighty, don't let you be pregnant. And she said, the test says that I'm 98.9% sure I'm pregnant. I said, oh, the bitch pissed on the thermometer again. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And her second question was, when she thought she was pregnant, she asked me, she said, oh my God, is it mine? Oh yeah! Yeah, it sure is. I'm pretty sure. I just thought I was getting fatter. Could you see us on Maury? On the Maury Povich show, Janine, when it comes to little baby Ray Ray, you are the mother. And she's like, oh God, I didn't know. And I'm strutting down the hall, bitch, I told you so, I told you so. I knew you was the mother. I knew it. Then we go to a commercial break, which saved us both. That same girl that was stupid the first time we went out, though, she wanted to go to a drive-in movie theater. And I said, well, I haven't been to a drive-in movie theater forever. She said, what do you want to go see? She's like, they're playing something called Closed for Repairs. Okay, well, sounds like a constructional video. Okay. It's like, I don't care, I just want to see these. You know, it's like, all right, I'll play along. So, and then there's this crazy girl that I dated. Her name was Miss Johnson. Her name was actually Miss Johnson. Her name was Janet. And she was crazy. And of course, I was the only one bold enough to sign her out. You know, she had that little gown on. It was a night of finger puppets and ink blotches. It was nice. We had Jell-O for dinner. And after about the 10th, ink blotch, I was like, I don't know, what is it, a nut shot? I was like, I'll just tattoo one on your back after I have another one of these. But Janet, one thing you don't know about her is that she had a split personality. And some people would get turned off by that. But I'm thinking, instant threesome. You know? And while we're in bed, I'm like, you know what? Hey, bring Sarah back. I love her. You know. So we had a good time. And but Janine, I gave her another chance, and she came over, and well, actually, she came over to my house, and then she said, well, I want to relive that magical moment between Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze, where she jumps into his arms and he lifts him above her head. She said, it's like I had the time of my life. And I was like, the time of your life? What, in the ER? Like, I can't lift you above my head. So she comes across the room and she jumps up into my arms. And I can only get her about halfway. I'm like, baby, I can't hold you anymore. There's too much counterweight. I'm ripping my spleen here. And she's like, just try to lift me up. I try to lift her up and I drop her. Embarrassing moment, I dropped her. And I was like, oh my God, what did I just do? And I looked down and I was like, well, Cupcake, since you're in the basement now, can you throw in a load of laundry for me? It's back up. Thank you. You all have been great. I appreciate you. I love you all.
All right. And you are good to go.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I'm Amber Nicole with an H. Being born female, I was born with 3 holes. But my mother must have known I was going to be a tramp because she went and put an extra hole in my name. So now I'm Amber Nicole. Around 13, I actually had a hole drilled directly through my brain, giving me 5 holes. So now we're 5 holes deep, and that does not include all the piercings. So believe me when I say I'm a whole-ass freak. I basically went from birth to morbid obesity, or so it felt like. I didn't actually start getting fat until I was around 8 years old. And that just so happens to be the year my grandparents got central air conditioning. I went from riding my bike outside, playing in the field, to going inside and eating Swiss rolls, drinking Coca-Cola, and playing Miss Pac-Man. I really packed on the pounds, man. I became so lazy that I'm convinced I gave myself brain cancer just to avoid high school gym. I know it sounds dark, but I at least got to meet NSYNC through Make-A-Wish Foundation, so win-win. I also had to start taking steroids. You know, when you get sick, they give you steroids, but I don't think I did them right, because instead of getting ripped, I just ended up ripping the seat of my pants a lot. With all the health issues, I actually eventually ballooned up to 350 pounds. So naturally, I developed a great personality. Well, several great personalities. I was really big. People also apparently find it unacceptable for me to do fat jokes because I lost weight, but I was morbidly obese for over 20 years. So now I just identify as trans fat. Hey, if people can pretend to have genitals they don't have, I can pretend to have fat that actually existed, okay? And when you're a big girl, you'll do just about anything to get the attention you seek. Girls, boys, threesomes, foursomes, anal. Hey, I don't like the shit after that shit, but I do love that shit, okay? Sure, I'll suck your dick while you're on the phone with your girl. I don't mind. I'm better as a side chick anyway. I do just about anything, except blacks and Mexicans. A girl's gotta have her standards. Just kidding. Didn't you all hear I was 350 pounds? They were on me like Hennessy and Jose, okay? Let me talk to y'all for a second. I've been with a guy or two or 33. And one thing they all have in common is they don't like when you fake orgasms. Bullshit. Do the work to actually get the real ones or shut the fuck up. When we bring in reinforcements, we're trying to help you out. Thank God my boyfriend is down for swinging. He can just tag in the next one. If it wasn't for fake noises, I wouldn't make any noises at all. Which is fine. If you're into necrophilia, just let me know. I'm a people pleaser. But women, I gotta talk to y'all for a second. You guys are out here getting men to think things they shouldn't be thinking. Getting them to think they deserve women younger and younger. And I gotta be honest, I actually fell into the trap. I had to up my game a little bit. I had to start washing my pussy with baby shampoo. This way, averaged out with the baby set, I average about 18 years old, and by the time they figure it out, I've already got them trapped. HGOP, PDP, my head, my point, my pussy don't play. I actually just got married again on New Year's Eve. He's right over there. We were together for 7 years before we got married. Honestly, if I wasn't such a procrastinator and overall generally lazy bitch, we could have got married 4 years ago. Back when we still liked each other. We still love each other very much. We're still in love. Am I right? Till death do we part. We'll see. We're both a little off our rocker. He said to me one day, I'm clinically insane. If I killed you, I'd get off. Well, I'm clinically horny and disturbed. If I killed you, I'd get off too, just in a different way. My first marriage lasted 15 years, and there was about a 6-year overlap between that relationship and this one. But in my defense, he did laundry and the dishes and stuff, and so I wasn't in a rush to kick him out. I'm not heartless, I'm just lazy with a chore kink. He wanted so bad to keep me, he even went out and got Viagra for me and my boyfriend. That's a true story. He just wanted to keep his weekly blowjobs. Me and the newbie, the new hubby, we're still in love. It's just less Notebook and more Law and Order SVU. With a dash of dungeon porn. In the beginning, the foreplay was intense. 3 hours of making out, an hour of light touch. Dirty talk so nasty it would have made Bob Saget blush. Now, foreplay is, did you take your insulin? How many carbs did you have today? And a quick baby wipe to the asshole. Because we're freaks, but we're not animals. Recently in life, I actually had 2 people trying to be my submissives. And to be honest, the idea kind of turned me on. But one of them was a furry. And I gotta be honest, I'm forgetful. And I'll fuck around and forget to feed your ass and have a dead body on my hands. Which could be fun for a day or two, but eventually the smell will get to us, and like I said, we're not great at housekeeping. Another reason I couldn't do it is because I'm not discriminating, but it's 2025. And I can't be out here looking this white and have 2 black slaves. People just wouldn't understand. My husband and I are swingers, like I said before, generally as a life principle. We're both technically bisexual. But the truth is, if it looks halfway decent and is down for a good time, we're gonna fuck it. We're not bisexual, we're trisexual. If you're trying to be sexual, so are we. The drugs we've done, or still do, either gave our brains superpowers or absolutely destroyed our follow-through. I can't tell which. So instead of going out and actually finding people to bang, we just lie in bed and talk about what we do if we find anyone worthy enough to bang. And let me tell you what, those imaginary partners, hot as fuck. Great bodies, perfect stamina, and they go home immediately. Win-win. You know, I actually met my first husband when I was 16. He was 21. Yeah, I know there's a bit of an age issue there, but can we focus on real problems, please? Everyone gets so offended by adults sleeping with minors. We don't even give them proper health care. Relax, I'm not saying it's okay or it's right. I'm just saying if that's what ruined your childhood, congratulations. Some of us were fucked before we ever got touched. Some of us were morbidly obese and dying at 13. Boy, if I had my druthers. I'm just saying, pick a trauma. Everybody's like, protect the children, protect the children. Meanwhile, we're feeding them flaming hot Cheetos and neglect. That's not parenting, that's marinating a future felon. You're mad someone touched the kid, but not mad the kid's only meal came in a foil pouch and a cardboard box with a 10-cent toy. We're mad about sex, but not about childhood obesity or diabetes. It's not like the kid was going to make it to Disney World anyway. Let him have some fun. This whole Diddy situation and others like it are easily managed. There are people out here who want to be sexually violated. People just start going right. Can you bring my drink, babe? Olivia, will you bring my... Yeah. Thank you. Sorry. I'm parched. Dry mouth. Too many drugs. Anyways, just find the bitches who want to be raped and beat. Believe me, they're out there.
Free Diddy.
Free Diddy. You know those bitches can't wait to run their mouth unless there's financial incentive, like a career or something, right? People need to understand the difference, though, between regret and rape. I'm sick of people trying to ruin our heroes, right? My favorite comedian is Bill Cosby. Yeah, I said it. Probably should have told you that before I gave you a drink. Sorry about that. But hey, free drugs are free drugs, am I right? Everyone's so damn sensitive, though. People constantly talking shit. But he raped women. Look, it was the 60s. He was a black man. They were white women. Everybody would have believed them. That's the part nobody wants to talk about. For Christ's sakes, one of the supposed victims was Janice Dickinson. That hoe never said no. People kept pushing me. Change your mind about Cosby. They were relentless. Finally, I gave in. I did. I changed my stance on rape. As it turns out, it's a great way to meet your first husband. Thanks, everybody. I've been here for the full with an age.
Story short, I looked like a complete douchebag in front of all my school. My mom was disappointed, and I was disappointed in myself. And so I called a friend of mine up. I said, man, I've been pretty down. And he was like, what are you upset about? And I was like, I can't spell apron. That's it, that's all I got. Does this sound like a AA meeting for emotions? I thought this was for emotions. I'm at the wrong place. Sorry, I thought I was at like, my depression thing. Oh yeah, Cosby too, check this out. So I'm also a big fan of Bill Cosby. This is the true story, none of this is made up. I was like writing when he's in jail. He's America's dad. You know what I'm saying? But with a lethal bullet balls. Theo Huxtable, that's adorable. Everything was good. So I wrote him in jail and I said, man, I don't know what happened. I support you. So when they finally freed him, and this is no lie, me and a buddy of mine flew out, and we were there, and we actually got invited to the after party. And the worst part was when I left the next morning, I remembered everything. It really reminded me that I'm not that funny, I'm not that sexy, and I just need to shut the fuck up. I'm out!